iko mbali yani. It's like Brazil playing Somalia.
Do you know 150? 150
points.
That's 34 less than Man City's charges, by the way. I can't believe we are allowing a team that should be in League 1.
Championship.
Maybe League 3. Not Championship.
Football League.
Ideally,
Football
if
league,
it's probably Sunday League.
Saturday League is the one that's semi-pro. You know that one?
It's a Friday League.
Is there a final?
116
At
league.
Friday League. Is there a Friday League?
There's no Friday League, no.
Okay.
That one's just called Goals UK or
because of the number of charges. I think they should be like demoted so hard that they
don't
maybe
exist anymore.
No. They should exist. Probably come to KPL. Versus Shabana.
Right.
I saw you complain about Shabana yesterday.
I didn't even know that team existed until we block Barabara. Like how? Like what's
they're always
so
excited when they're coming to Nairobi. You know they're from Kisii.
Shabana ni Kisii.
Kwani ni
so
wapi?
watu Kisii ndo
Homa Bay, no?
Kisii County.
Chill, bro.
Wanafunga.
It was Homa Bay, bro.
Homa Bay is not in
Kisii.
That's their home, bro.
Kisii, my friend.
Kisii is where
I know, but that's where they played Nairobi City Stars.
Well, depends, Pia. You see, now their stadium is being renovated right now.
So they travel to play
Yeah,
another
So
game.
let me tell you what happens if they're traveling kama juzi walikuwa
You're a
hapa.
dipper, bro.
Yeah. Oh my god, did you check
This
that?
guy is a dipper, man.
Yeah, bro.
I also, that's the
You
best.
also
way.
dip.
You gotta dip, bro. Sometimes even double dip.
That's risky.
Alafu sasa ikikwama. That's why it's risky.
We're talking
bro.
about Shabana. Excuse
Oh
me.
shit, yeah. Sorry. Hey, bro, you're a dipper.
Yeah, man.
That's first time, bro.
I thought you knew me, bro.
I
We, of
don't,
course.
clearly, man.
So
Been living a
Shabana-
lie.
What would you pingy?
Friendships of
Liacha.
it's been a lie, man.
Yeah, like in high school, no?
Primary.
Primary, yeah. Anyway, carry on, please.
What was I saying?
Shabana.
Shabana, yeah. I
Yeah.
don't know. And Man City and how
I
they're
do know
linked.
ni how Kisii is
It's
where, you
from
know,
Kisii
there's like
County.
the night runners. Hao jamaa watembeanga Kimengo usiku ndefu.
Akina Ombachi.
Sio Kisii ndo
Ati
night
akina
runners.
Ombachi.
Ombachi and Kisii is from Kisii.
Yeah, but you said
And he
you
supports
said
the
night
Shabana.
runners, bro.
Na jana timu
You
zake
said Umbachi in
zimepigwa zote.
reference to Night Runners.
I don't know,
You
but
gave a reference to night.
what do you
runners.
think Obachi was playing 7?
So,
Because he's been running
been-
at night.
so day running is allowed.
No, they
Night running is
Day
not
running
allowed.
ni kama hiyo stand chart. But then again,
And
you're-
our Olympics.
But you're wearing clothes.
Yeah. Oh,
Right.
night runners, guys run around naked.
Yeah.
Fuck.
You've not
Never heard of this shit, bro. What the hell is?
Jessica?
So why are they night
Kuna
running?
marathon
It's
za
a-
usiku. Kuna
it's a-
marathon moja in the world yenye usiku.
It's a weird phenomenon that goes on in Western Kenya.
Nyanza.
The night running.
Or Nyanza and Western.
Yeah.
No,
Are they possessed? Do they know they're doing this?
It's just fun
I don't know.
times,
Can you
man.
call
no,
on
it's just
Bachi?
fun.
It's fun times.
We can call Ombachi now to explain here.
Oh yeah, we could actually.
Yeah.
Are you calling him?
Yeah, I am calling.
I call him, man. Let's see what...
So it's like is there a prize?
No, it's just usually they
So
run
many
around,
grey areas.
I think Ombachi is a product of that game.
They run around naked and scare people who are still awake, you know, bang on gates, stuff like that.
Yeah. Make sure you put his speaker on yours.
Oh yeah, I'll try. He's probably running. Music?
Nah, bado mapema, man. It's only 6.
No, Kisii is 1 hour ahead.
No, he's probably like probably warming up. You have to prepare. Yes, hello.
Warrior.
Hey, uko you're on loudspeaker and you're in the episode. Skiza.
Yeah,
Shabana ni timu ya Kisii.
of course. Hiyo ni timu yanka nyumbani.
Ya nyumbani kwenu.
Eh,
Nasikia so now the debate here.
ati?
Na debate hapa ni
Ati baby?
the debate here, the question here that we are trying to figure out is how many of them are night runners?
Night runners.
Yes, and Zuhum doesn't know about night runners. Yeye anajuanga mtoto anakimbianga mchana na nguo.
Because
But
hatuna lights.
I am-
What's your experience? What's his experience with
Yes,
running?
you being a Kisii, what's your experience about night running?
Well, hiyo night running endo. We're not night runners. We're respected members of the society.
Wait, so you don't know anyone like, you know, cousin or something?
Are you not proud of your past?
Wait, there are no night runners in PCUS and Dab.
Wallahi, okay, my bad. I generally
You want me
confused.
to ask you, like, if you know any hungry person? Someone who's starving?
Aya, kwaheri. Aya, kwaheri.
So
Bro.
so clearly that sounds like it's an illegitimate
Oh yeah, me. My
hobby.
It was on TV.
Okay, so
man.
which community
It's a
are night
valid-
runners?
it's a
Genuinely?
It's a valid hobby.
It's a valid
Come on,
hobby,
man. It
man.
was on TV. It's valid.
It's valid,
Okay.
bro.
Just because it was on TV doesn't mean it was valid,
It's
bro.
a
Weed was
phenomenon.
also on TV. It doesn't mean it's valid.
No,
Technically,
something
to
they're
some
proud
people
of.
it is. But I'm just saying.
No, it's
what?
something they're proud of.
Gonna gaslight me.
Okay, I didn't. Okay, he doesn't sound very proud of it.
Anyway, they were beaten 5-0. Now 4-0. 4-0.
4.
For
Yeah, by
Ulinzi.
a bunch of cops. So
military.
yeah, so police say well Tandika night runners.
Basically, that's the title.
And the highlight
that's the headline.
That's not the headline. No. The only thing we're talking about today, in this particular segment, is: are Man City that good or are United that shit? That's what we're doing. So, don't forget to like, share, make sure you're subscribed if you haven't, and turn on the post notifications so you don't miss out on any of our content. Leave a comment in the section below. Let us know what your thoughts are.
In fact,
so,
leave a comment in the section below and let us know which community has the largest number of night runners
Or the best.
or the best. Yeah, the quickest. You know.
is there a league? Anyway, I'm getting carried away.
There's a Premier League of night running, bro.
Okay, Sawa. So,
Yes,
Man City dominated Man United
routinely.
at Old Trafford. Not routinely.
They lost.
Man
last
United,
week.
Man United put up fights sometimes. With OGS, they managed to do that. With Eric Ten Hag, they were unbeaten at home last season by the top 6 sides.
You know, there's a time they delayed Man City's title celebration by a week. You remember during Pogba's goal?
Yes, I
Pogba's
remember
time?
that. Yeah, they were like, "Not in our ground. No, you won't celebrate in our faces."
And you know
or
they
something
posted
like
on
that.
Twitter and Facebook, man.
It was
Man,
funny. It
this
was funny.
club.
It was funny.
That was a good
But
game.
under Eric Ten Hag, he's managed to show some sign of life. Usually, at Old Trafford against the big teams, he's beaten Arsenal, he's
Yeah,
beaten
yeah.
Liverpool, he's beaten Man City, and this is all last season. I think
Spurs
he
also.
beat Spurs,
Chelsea.
Did they beat Chelsea or maybe
Yeah,
you guys drew?
3-1.
Oh, yeah.
Chelsea are bad.
No, yeah, but still, doesn't matter how bad they are. It's a top 6 side.
Big six.
So that means essentially, if our stats are right, according to their Chelsea and Chelsea stats, then that means they beat every single top 6 side coming to Old Trafford in the league.
Big six. Because Chelsea were not in the top 6. You should say big 6.
Yeah. Anyway, but that at least was an Eric Ten Hag that looked like he had an idea about what he was doing. Now, there's a big gap.
Okay. I was Ten Hag out for like 45 seconds.
When?
Then again,
That was yesterday, on Sunday.
Bro, I have you on camera being Ten Hag out like before the international break.
No, that's there's just jokes and there's.
You said
seriousness.
Atoke.
No. Ten Hag is always he should stay. This is the thing, right? He is on course to be. He has the best start compared to all the managers in Man United history, considering number of wins, trophy within like the period of time is coming, right?
Right.
We've seen we're not reactionary here.
No,
We've
we
seen-
are. We definitely are.
Okay. Not all the time.
Continue.
All the time.
We're not no, we've changed from today. We've seen Arsenal in the pits, and we've seen you 19th, 20th in pretty much all the departments for a couple of weeks.
This is more than 1 week.
Yeah,
More
for
than a couple of
more than a
weeks.
couple of months, right? So we've seen so many teams struggle.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen so many teams build something that takes a while. I think what happened last season was a lack of us not having as many injuries as we have right now. I think the main problem right now is injuries. I think Sancho misbehaving, there's nothing Ten Hag can do about it. Anthony fucking fighting people at home, there's nothing Ten Hag can do.
And
Like
Doku.
those are things that he's just been presented to him. Like there's nothing he
That
can
he
do
cannot
about
control.
He can't control that. He can't control Ronaldo's ego.
All right, so
Right.
before you get away
Let me
to,
finish.
to
Let me
the
finish.
Let him
backdoor
finish.
stuff,
No, let him finish.
Let me
bro.
finish.
I mean,
because
get
it's
off the pitch stuff, and we're about to react to an
Let
on
him
the
land.
pitch thing.
Let
No,
him land,
it's,
and then
um,
I don't know,
I'll
it's a shit
discuss.
landing.
I'll
man. I feel
discuss
like
the
it's
on.
Ryanair.
You need to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, man. Shut the fuck up. Bro.
Shit landing, bro.
The problems that we are having is it's more than on the pitch, and I think we need to be smart enough to see that.
Okay.
We're not just like guys
No,
that want the kuona ball jana.
Of course.
We there's enough context for us to see that there's an issue with the ownership. There's an issue with how we are spending. We're not spending based on planning. We're spending because of desperations. We're spending because we want to save face, right? Anthony was a horrible purchase. We didn't need to. It was a desperate call.
Who brought him?
The team, not Ten Hag. Obviously, Ten Hag wanted him, yes, but
That was the next signing.
it was our decision. See, the
There's
thing
no
is,
hiding from that.
there's so many options that were available, but because we handled the transaction poorly to Ligongwa, that is not Ten Hag. He doesn't negotiate. If he was
Even
told,
for 60 million,
early
he would have
enough-
been a shit signing.
If early enough, this is the thing, right? If early enough you're given money to spend and figure out what you want, it's okay. But if
That's
you're given
fine.
money the last 1 or 2 weeks
That's fine.
on your transfer, then
get
you will
that.
make
I get
mistakes.
That sounds
Saddam.
like a
I get
problem.
that.
We've seen
No,
teams who
I
sign
get
good
that.
players on the final day of the
I get, yeah,
transfer
very
window.
good players.
Yeah.
I get that. But even if they saved that 40 million, it doesn't make Anthony any less shittier.
I think he's also struggling offline.
Just because you take off the price doesn't mean suddenly his overall goes up.
No, I'm
That's
talking
what
about
you're
a
trying to...
general
Wait,
problem.
even then, even if there was spare change left from that 40 million that you would have saved, it still would have been spent on bad players. How many of Ten Hag's signings have been legitimately good signings?
So many.
How
Like-
many?
let me
And then couple that with how many of United signings, just the United executive team, how many of their signings as a club have been bad signings? Too many.
Ten Hag
you
signings-
brought one
no,
bad
not
talent
to-
ID
Zone.
manager with another bad group of executives.
Ten Hag signings, I'll start. Onana is not a bad signing.
It's not good. It's not the best
No,
right
relax. I'm not gonna sit here and say Onana is a bad signing. Onana is a kind of keeper that we wanted. He's made mistakes.
A lot.
Mistakes. There's a difference between someone making mistakes and someone not being good enough. We've seen he is a shot stopper. He can save shots that are hard, and he's good on the feet. The things that we want him to do, he's done. The mistakes happen. There's not a single manager. How many mistakes has fucking Alisson made?
Not many.
No, not many, but he's made
not like
mistakes.
Onana, that's like every 2 weeks.
Relax. He's been here for 3 weeks. Shut the fuck
Come
up.
on, man.
He's been
I
here for
think
3
he's
weeks.
settled
We're in
down.
November now.
I think Onana has settled down.
Yeah, let me finish.
Because of
So
2
Onana,
games.
wait, that's
One
one
game.
player. That's one
Yesterday
player.
he was man of the match. And
Yo,
I
is
think
this the landing?
he made a big
See-
saves yesterday. Let him land.
He's
No, wait.
You asked him a question,
Okay,
let him
shut up.
land. And then I talk about the on-field stuff.
His signings. He's
Yeah.
talking about his signings. Onana is a good signing, a potential, a world-class signing. Lisandro Martinez improved our defense when he was bought. He completely changed our back four. Casemiro, he was player of the month for like maybe 3 months last season.
Top
He
scorer
saved
right
us.
now.
No, even this.
It's
I can
McTominay.
arguably say this season he's
McTominay
struggling.
now.
Casemiro's a good signing.
Yeah, so those are
Could have
three.
been for everyone.
Wait, those are 3 good signings.
Eriksen.
Sawa.
I've
Eriksen
added
was a good
Eriksen.
signing considering he was free as well. Like he's not a flop.
I think also
Eh,
last year.
Well,
Højlund,
it's not very good signing.
No,
Come
I'm
on,
not.
man.
Listen, are we talking about horrible signings here? The players I've mentioned
I mean,
to you.
let's make it either
the players
good
that
or
I've
bad.
mentioned to you, are they horrible signings? Yes or no?
Eriksen had
Let's make it
almost
good
the
or
same
bad.
number of assists as Odegaard last season, so you can't say he's
Almost.
been-
You said almost.
He had
And
more
Odegaard
assists.
was
he had
flying.
he had way more assists. Odegaard had more goals.
And he was
Okay.
injured for
No, they had
half
the
the
same
season,
amount.
about.
7-7.
And he was injured for half of the season.
Eric, I've mentioned 4 players here. None of them you can say are bad signings. When it comes to questionable signings, and they're very young, I say Anthony. Anthony is a questionable signing. I think that's it. Who else? Who else has Ten Hag brought that is questionable? Who has completely underperformed?
Well, keeping Maguire, for example.
No, he had no option. Clubs
Maguire
agreed. Maguire
refused to go.
refused to leave, and he's under contract.
No.
Yeah, because he was owed a part of his contract was supposed to be paid out. to
Wait,
him.
how do you blame Ten Hag for Maguire
The
refusing
sta-
to leave?
That's
Well, the
bad
manager can
decision.
tell
That's
him
bad
to, I
planning.
don't want
Oh
you.
no. He said so. How many times has Ten Hag aired him? He removed him to a captain.
No, but a manager can tell a player, you're not part of my plans.
No,
But
you
the
can,
thing is,
We've
with
seen
the
that.
Maguire
You saw
deal,
what Fabrizio tweeted
no,
about
you-
Maguire, right?
With the Maguire
if he did
deal-
that, you'd be coming here and say, "Oh, your manager is toxic and everything." Listen, players are given options.
No, it's
You
establishing
come.
authority.
No, with authority, you cannot. He has a contract. The player has a right to be in the club until his contract
You can
expires.
still keep the player without playing him. You've kept
He-
Phil
he-
Jones for
Yeah,
9
but
years.
what
That's
we
exactly
did not,
what he
we don't
did.
keep him. We did not keep
No,
these
you're playing
players.
him
these,
every week now.
These players have refused to go. That's the issue because of their high wages and the fact that Maguire had a huge amount of his contract left. He wanted United to pay him off for the number of years left on his contract, but because of our financial play situation, these guys can't afford to pay
Tell me another
Maguire
one.
to leave.
Tell me another player.
You know what I
Johnny
mean?
He has an
was
assist.
free. He was free.
And he has an assist.
No, he was free. He was just
Come on, man.
available.
There are too many players who are
Okay,
free.
look,
It's
I
not
don't
Geneva
care what he cost, the economical perspective of this player. The point is, other teams are signing players for future planning and for immediate results. What you guys are doing is you're taking a bandage and there's a wall that's leaking and you're putting the bandage there.
Yeah, but
one is called Johnny Evans.
what's the context?
One is called Casemiro.
What's the context?
Another one is called Diogo
Zoom.
Dallo.
Zoom,
Another
what's
one
the
is called Malacia. Another one is
No,
called
Malacia has been good.
Another one is
And
called
Dallo's
another
been
one
good
is
as
called
well.
Ericsson.
Varane.
Like just because they are good for what their economic value was doesn't mean they are good overall. The question here is all these players, they don't get into any of the top 6 sides. None of these players, none of these signings, right? Get into
Wait, Casemiro doesn't start for Chelsea and Arsenal.
No. I'm talking about top 6 sides, like Aston Villa. Like he doesn't start for Newcastle.
Casemiro.
Doesn't start for
Casemiro.
Yes, these are players past their primes
I'm
or
not
are
gonna,
average.
No, listen, we cannot.
Average.
Let's use our brains, Kidogo.
Please, let's
I can't
not
sit here
pretend.
and say
Let's
Casemiro
not
doesn't start for Aston
pretend.
Villa. What are we? What
Let's not pretend.
Are we just saying things for the sake of it now?
Bro, Douglas Luiz has been fantastic, and there's no way he's benching him because they're playing.
No,
players,
you're just saying things for the sake of it now.
No, they're not. They're planning for their success in the future.
Yeah, but
they're
he
not
already-
banking
he's
on
already
someone
given you the
who's on the
context to whom
downfall.
as to why these signings
I
are
don't
being
want to
made.
hear the context, bro. We've heard about your context for
And
fucking
it's
long
not, the
time
situation
now.
hasn't changed.
No, it doesn't matter.
Ole Gunnar came out the other day. Ole Gunnar came out
yesterday,
the,
you're talking
Ole
about-
Gunnar came out the other day and said when he was manager, there was a cap on how many players we could get per season.
Well, every
We could
team
only
has
make
Every
that.
team has that.
No, we don't.
You cannot say
no,
like-
no, no,
unless
no.
you're Chelsea or
No,
Newcastle
no,
or
you don't
PSG.
have a cap.
No,
you don't have a
you
cap,
don't-
especially when you have owners who are taking money out of your club.
And you don't make a. We don't make.
You don't tell a
you don't make
manager
the
you can
call.
Every
only
team
sign
has
Well,
that.
there's
two
nothing.
big
It's
players
not like
per
there's a
transfer
cap, like
window.
6
Three,
players.
yeah.
When already we're so deficient and so behind, and you're telling the manager you can only sign 3 players.
Ah, yeah.
Do you know
Who-
we were
who's your-
linked?
wait,
We've
so-
been
let me
linked to
finish.
Alvarez. We've
So,
been linked.
Naim.
We had solid
Naim.
contacts,
Let him
even
finish.
with Haaland.
You've mentioned.
All of these people have not been moved on because of the context of what Saddam is
You've
saying.
mentioned only.
This is a systematic
You've
issue.
mentioned-
You
you've
guys have
mentioned
also
only.
come from clubs with bad
you see,
ownership.
no, yeah.
You want to tell me when Arteta was pushing for the league last season, it was a good choice to not get a striker. It was a horrible choice. You guys should have gotten a
The way I
striker.
see your club.
No,
the,
no,
the
no,
way
no,
I see
no.
your
when
club.
when Arteta was
It
building,
wasn't a horrible
when
choice.
Arteta was building,
Wait, it
and you
wasn't a
guys
horrible
were
choice
getting
not
It wasn't a horrible
when you guys
choice.
were
Getting
getting
who?
signings
Shut
like Cedric Suarez
Uh-huh.
at left back and just these other stopgap signings, you can't now turn and start telling us that we're obviously not run like a big like a good club, and then you want us to sign players like a well-run.
So who do you
club.
blame for your problems?
Now I see what you're
It's
saying now.
everybody. I'm blaming Erik ten Hag for the on-field problems that we're experiencing right now. I'm blaming the structure, the environment, for the fact that anytime we get a manager or a player, they do not succeed.
Let me ask you
I'm
before you go
blaming
Zoom.
everybody.
When the
I'm
transfer-
blaming
when the
Rashford for
transfer
not
starts-
running yesterday enough. I'm blaming Bruno for not being a captain, no
What about
leadership.
Eriksen?
I'm blaming Ericsson for also not being able
You know,
to keep
even
up
if you guys
in
paid
a-
for
in a
Ericsson, he wouldn't be
possession.
any faster now.
You know what I mean? So it's you're attacking
ridiculous.
one section when it's
For
a
the-
whole
And, let me help you, Naim.
entire
Let
shit
me help
show.
you, Naim. For the last.
It's a whole entire shit show.
Naim, for the last 9 years, we have seen so many managers, we have seen so many players, but it's the same thing. But there's one constant here. The constant is the ownership
owners,
and the
right.
management.
Right, right.
So
right.
that is a constant that has been there. we've had Mourinho, we've had Van Gaal, we've had
I'm gonna-
well-decorated
I'm gonna
managers.
pick your last 3 managers.
No, and
Let
then
me-
the thing is, you guys just need to understand, when I'm arguing, I'm not arguing against your points. Zuhum, your point about
You're
us.
giving
Wait,
context. I get it.
Let me finish. Your point about us not making signings, good signings, yeah, for the future.
Uh-huh.
I see that. We're not signing players with a plan. We're signing players as individuals. We're not signing players to fit a system and a team and a way of playing.
I don't
and
blame-
that is what I'm saying. I'm not arguing against you guys. All your points are valid because right now Manchester United is everything that you guys are
I
saying.
think it's unfair for you guys to blame the Glazers as far as some signings are concerned, especially the last 3 managers that we've had. Let's look at 3 situations. You had Mourinho, you had Ole, and now Erik ten Hag. You're given more than 75 million
Start with Mourinho.
during Mourinho's time. You go and get Lukaku. You play him for a season or something, doesn't work for you.
By the way, just before Mourinho came, they had Pogba for another 85 million.
Pogba was good for the future, was a good player.
Yes,
He had
all I'm
outfield
saying is
You think Pogba was a bad
all
signing?
I'm not saying. I'm saying they had just
Yeah.
spent 90 M
Pogba for me-
on someone like Pogba and then go on to spend another
Yeah.
80 M on someone like
Pogba
Lukaku.
for me, Pogba
Like,
was a
how
good
much
signing,
more do you want them to
good
spend?
scouting, good everything.
No,
Good
but-
job from the manager.
Yeah.
But from there, Mourinho comes, gets Lukaku. That transfer, first of all, you cannot blame the Glazers because they give you the money, 80 million pounds. You go
And
spend
they're
on
not
him.
giving it to any random manager. They're giving it to a
Mourinho.
world-class manager.
Let's go to Ole during COVID time. Which is Sancho.
You're missing. Wait. Don't Siruke. You don't. Before you go, Ole, Mourinho finished second with 3 trophies. He said he wanted 1, 2, 3, 4 players. He was not. But there is so many interviews. There's so many enough evidence to
Mourinho
show.
finished
Wait,
number 2.
to show that he wanted to go to the next level. What Pep has been doing, what other managers have been doing. You get a signing, you get a good team. Whether you win or not, you still improve the team. We finished second, and what happened the following
I'm
season?
going to
He was
challenge
only
your 2 points. Let me take on your 2 points. The 1 point that you've said Mourinho's finished number 2, I don't see it as an achievement at your club and at your level. You're a big club. You were more than, I think, 15 points behind Manchester
the
City
context.
on that day.
Before that second finish, where were we finishing? This thing of us being a big club, people need to dead
No.
it. We're a big club, yes. We're full of history. But guys also need to understand. Right now, Manchester United is not a big club. It's not being run at like
No,
a
you
big
cannot
club.
just run away from being a big club.
so
You're
you
a big
ca-
club.
No,
You've
yeah,
won
we're a
a
big
lot,
club.
Yeah, but he has a
Money of
point,
the
Eric.
fans.
We cannot-
If you're a big club,
we cannot
you need
have-
to be moving like a big
big
club.
club. Because if
we
you
can't
get
have
that money-
this. We can't have this mentality where we say we deserve when we are not showing it.
Okay, sir, that's a good point, Naeem. But you see, if you have, let's say, 150 million pounds, it has to be a coordination between the scouting team and the manager.
There is
Because
no
Exactly.
coordination.
that's
That is
70 million.
exactly where the
70
problem
million.
is.
At Arsenal, they have Edu
Don't go to Arsenal
glue.
first.
No, I'm putting it.
It's tough to compare that to us because we didn't
At
start
Liverpool-
spending at your level.
At Liverpool, you have who? Who's the coordinator?
There's a
For
new
signings?
guy.
Even before that, there was
At
a very, very
Spurs,
good
That's Michael
at
Edwards.
Spurs, they had that Ocampo guy. At Chelsea, they had
So,
Marina.
let me finish my point.
Spurs Ocampos was.
Let me finish my
immediately
point.
chucked
You see, someone like
Yeah,
Mo,
sorry,
someone
my
like
bad.
Pep goes to Argentina and
Pep
brings-
has Tiki
Let me finish
Begarista
my
who's been
points,
sucking his
Naeem.
dick for like all 5 seasons from Barcelona.
Naeem,
time.
someone like Pep goes to Argentina, gets Julian Alvarez. Pesa kidogo sana. You guys have the money.
Akanji?
It is not Pep who
Akanji?
does that. Oh,
It is the scouting yake.
Akanji?
And the manager,
Okay.
Pep has to approve the transfers.
Listen,
He's
we
the
need to-
main manager.
When Naeem was
Yesterday
telling
he
you,
said this. They are working together. The sporting director, his chairman, and everything. That's why they are moving in one direction.
Eric, you're just echoing what Naeem is saying.
No, you guys
Our
blame the
problem-
Glazers, which
our-
is not right.
No, let me tell you. You just said they're moving as a unit between Pep, his whatever Mbaka chairman, right? There is a vision alignment hapo. That is exactly what Naeem is telling you at Man United. Hakuna.
So where do the Glazers come in?
Yes, there is money. Sawa. Spending money is not the problem. It is how we spend the money because there is a disconnect between the manager and the people who are giving out money. We need those footballing people in between here so that we can get someone like Alvarez. And
But
we
the
get all
manager
these
brought-
people.
That's why we
Brought the head
still
of
have.
scouts.
That's why we still have.
Every manager
It
brings
has-
the head
it
of
knows.
scouts.
I
That's
want
why
to
we
ask,
still
I want
have.
to ask.
That's why we still have like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer signing still in the
Sancho,
team.
you chased
We
Sancho
still-
for 3 seasons.
We still
You
have.
remember that?
Yeah, we still
That is
have.
the season.
That is
now-
the no.
yeah.
Sorry, Sancho. That is exactly the problem we're trying to explain to you.
No, the point is, you guys, you've said, and I've seen even Gary Neville, every single day, even Rio, they have to mention the Glazers.
You have to.
No,
It's
why?
too much.
Because
It's
it's
too
too
much.
much. Because the manager Eric, when Graham Potter went to Chelsea,
Yeah.
he went with these people who do even the transfers from Brighton.
Where is
The
he
same
now?
thing with Eric Ten Hag,
Where's he
Jurgen
now?
Klopp.
Where's Graham Potter
No,
now?
no, it's just one of the main examples. Jurgen
Where
Klopp.
is
Pep
the example
Guardiola.
that was sacked?
He didn't have
Jurgen- okay,
synergy.
Jurgen Klopp is there.
He didn't have
Pep is there.
synergy with the
Arteta is
board.
there. Let me finish. Naeem.
All these managers have
Naeem,
synergy.
Let me finish.
Yeah.
Eric Ten Hag and any other manager in the Premier or in football world, they have got constant meetings with their scouting, and no manager is going to work with the head of scout who he doesn't know or he has no influence of how they do their job.
When
So
if I
the
tell you-
Glazers cannot come into this way when they've given you guys 200 million every summer,
Eric.
but you're going to spend on
Eric,
people that
Eric.
don't like, let's say, buy your ideology.
Yes, fine, fantastic. Remember when Ragnick was there, Klopp's father? Ali, he went. He said, "I want Alvarez. I
Took us
want."
down.
He went. He mentioned like 4-5 players he wanted. Alembua outright no, and he said that. Manipata, he wanted players. He
And
was
then Eric
told
Ten Hag
no.
fired him.
Umeelewa?
When Eric came, they couldn't work
He
together.
helped. No, he's the one who helped Ten Hag get employed. What do you mean?
No, but the moment Eric
He
Ten Hag signed that
selected him. He
contract,
approved him. He
No,
approved
no,
him.
no.
He approved him.
It
He
was an
approved
issue
him.
between him and the owners. He still couldn't be a
He
owner.
resigned
He wanted a role where he's the one in charge of sporting
but
mambos.
they had agreed that when he was given that short-term contract. But when Eric Ten Hag came,
So Ten Hag did not. Ten
Yeah.
Hag was. Ten
He
Hag
said
was
you
not
don't
the
need a
one-
football director.
no. When
That's-
Eric
that's
Ten
what-
Hag
that's
came,
what
things
came
changed
out.
because the initial agreement was Ralf Rangnick will do half a season.
Sporting director.
Consultation,
Yes,
yeah.
and then he takes over that new position.
Consultation
and then the new
role.
manager comes
But he
in.
burnt his bridges because he aired out our dirty laundry in the news.
Let
He's
me
definitely
let me
not gonna
ask
be
you
able
this,
to
guy.
keep his
Let me
job.
ask you this. So, you guys got Eric Ten Hag. He spent way more money than these two other teams. Okay, way more money. Yet, and by the way, United have spent way more money building the foundation of whatever your team is right now. But yesterday, Aston Villa, they fielded Luca Digne, Pau Torres, Konza, Matty Cash, right?
Backline.
Douglas Luiz, Kamara, James McGinn, Ollie Watkins. Those are all the same players from the previous regime. The only new ones here are, Pau Torres,
Pau Torres came this season.
Musa Diaby and Zaniolo. So, this is
And,
Newcastle.
Kamara also.
Go to Spurs.
Camera was there from last season.
But also
Go to Spurs.
the manager was there last season.
Spurs, we know them. So, Newcastle, Callum Wilson, Almiron, Longstaff, Guimaraes, Joe Linton, Lascelles, Fabian Scher, Dan Byrne, Nick Pope. These are two
What's your
different
point? What's your
teams.
point?
Let's
These
him
are
finish.
two
Let him
different
finish.
teams that didn't spend much, that have players that people perceive are not better than the Man United players
Be mid.
overall.
Yeah.
That they're mid. Nobody's gonna try and compare Bruno Guimaraes with Casemiro, or
Or
Longstaff with Eriksen, or Giuliani with Bruno, right?
Get to the
or
point.
or
Or Pau
or
Torres
Douglas
to-
Pau Torres to
to
Varane.
Maguire.
Get to the point. Get
right?
to the point.
But,
Yeah, Pau Torres is
but
decent.
he's good. But nobody's gonna try and compare them with a top six.
Or Nana to Martinez, the World Cup
You know what I
winning
mean?
keeper.
Yet both of these teams, including Spurs, have come in. They have an identity. You know exactly what you're gonna face.
Very
The
quickly.
fans expect. They know what they're gonna get. Even with the limited tools that they have, they know what they're gonna get. Yesterday, Rafael Varane was on the bench. Victor Lindelof was playing left back, and in the pre-match interview, Eric Ten Hag said that this was due to a tactical reason, not saying that maybe Varane isn't ready to start. So, instead, you have Harry Maguire and Johnny Evans starting up front in the same game, right, as Man City's most expensive ever defender, Gvardiol.
Guardiola.
Ruben Diaz, Man City's second most expensive defender, Ruben Diaz. They have Haaland, they have
Alvarez.
they have Doku, they have Grealish, they have all these bowlers all around. They have John Stones playing in midfield, and he played it better than every single United midfielder there.
That's
You actually. That's a very good point.
Now
That-
wait,
that point works
him
for
finish.
us.
Saddam, let
Wait.
him finish, then you'll interject.
wait. But they have a clear idea. People play out of position all the time. All the time. But still, they have a clear idea. Yesterday, there was no idea.
Hey, you guys are
Nothing.
flat.
Nothing.
Okay.
And even then, even the in-game subs, Sawa. First of all, we know the penalty was soft.
That changed the game.
because
That ruined the game. But
of course it changes the game.
that ruined the
It's a
game.
pen.
Of course,
We
it's a
could have
pen,
won
but
that
it
game.
doesn't mean it's impossible to come back into it.
we were going to
How
win that
would
game.
you have come back into it? I'm not saying it's that easy, but considering your
We
left
did it
wing,
last season.
he did it last season. Considering your left wing was dead, there was nothing coming from it. There was no width. Maybe Region coming on in the 45th minute at halftime would have given you more natural width. Maybe then he could come up for someone like Johnny Evans, and then you move Victor Lindelof into centre back, or put on Mason Mount for McTominay,
Quick things.
right? And put in Garnacho
For
for another midfielder somewhere, Ericsson, so that Bruno goes in. Now you have
For
more
Rashford.
natural width.
He should have.
It could have been Rashford. It could have been whoever.
His in-game management this season has been so bad.
Very poor.
Erik ten Hag last season was getting a reputation for changing games at halftime,
And there was an
with
identity.
with his substitutes. And
There was
last
an
season
identity.
there was more of an identity than we're seeing this season.
Way more.
But- Okay.
And the thing that's really making me
I haven't
depressed,
finished. I'm letting Nat. I
and
haven't
not
finished.
and not happy with the situation is because I'm not seeing any style of play. Like the only thing that I'm seeing there's a style of play is how we start the.
You know why we don't have
how
style
we,
of play?
How
No,
we start
let me
the game,
finish.
How we
Let
start
me
the
finish.
game. Apart from that,
He's adding on. to
apart
what I
from
said.
that, there's nothing going on, and the stats are not lying because we're not creating chances. We're not making the same amount of forward balls that we did last season.
There's no
Our-
pattern of
you
play.
know
There's no
what?
pattern of play.
There's no press. The press is horrendous.
Our
The
press,
press is
our
horrendous.
counter press last season was top 3 in the top 6 leagues. We scored the most goals from counter presses last season.
Do you know why we're not
No,
consistent?
no, no,
this
no, no.
season,
I'm
I do
adding
not-
on to
I
what
do
he's
not-
adding on to what I said.
I do
Shut
not
up.
even understand what is happening tactically because we look like a Solskjaer team.
Yesterday,
We're so reactive.
yes, exactly. You're playing underdog football, which is absolutely true.
And you
It's-
can't blame injuries
No.
because yesterday he had the
He can
choice.
talk
He had
Yesterday he had the choice to
He
choose.
just keep. I
Saddam
don't want
is the
to
one
interrupt
who
him.
blamed
Yesterday
injuries.
he had the
Yeah, he's
choice.
the one who-
Yesterday he had the choice to choose his midfield. Maybe the defenders. That's we can say injuries. And I'm not even focusing on Harry Maguire and
Varane was
Johnny
on the
Evans
bench.
and Johnny Evans' performance.
They didn't play
yesterday.
that badly.
They handled Haaland yesterday, I think, for the most part. But at the same time, that whatever's happening from midfield and the attack, bro, he needs to fucking
Now.
get a grip, man.
So thank you for giving context. I appreciate it. But guys, there is a reason, and I don't think it's bans. I don't think it's agenda. There is a reason the European lad, Ajax, Diamond guy, whatever that guy. There is a reason he put out that statement as soon as United announced that they were signing Erik ten Hag.
What did
He
he say?
said, "This is the worst decision United could have taken."
Anthony or Ten Hag?
Ten Hag.
You said that.
Yes, worst decision. He said he's always had question marks over Erik ten Hag. His in-game substitutions, same thing. Sometimes the
But
style of play,
You want them everything.
he won them everything,
from
and
European
that's
Cups.
fine. And that's fine, right?
That guy is very
Now-
Anela.
That guy akuna agenda, I get it, maybe. But I think here he's trying to speak from the heart.
No.
Now, think about it.
I don't agree with that though.
Why? We're seeing evidence of it right
Did
now.
you
You
know-
literally
But
just
there
gave
was-
a very
there was-
heartfelt
Let me explain the
idea.
other
But there
evidence.
was
How long was he
there
there
was a
at
bigger
Ajax, though?
there was a bigger
He was there for
evidence
3.5
last
years.
season of
And
him
now-
being a good manager.
And now,
It's a smaller
think
sample
about
size.
it. Think about it. Now, yesterday he was asked in his post-match press conference, not the post-match interview, the one more in depth. He's like, when do you think we're gonna see styles of play like the way you guys used to play at Ajax? He said, I don't think we're ever gonna see that. We're never gonna see that because Ajax are a different kind of player, different kinds of players, different philosophy,
Different
and
league.
United, different philosophy,
No, you're
different kinds
leaving
of
out some
players.
things.
The point, what's the main point here? Is that he's saying he
Different
will not
environment.
replicate what he did at Ajax, that free-flowing football, and he will, I don't know if he's saying continue, but he will play a different kind of football at United.
Let me ask you
Because
this
of the
too.
players he has here.
Why?
They're different. He said the players here are more direct. That's exactly what he said. Also, listen, saying that, this Ajax guy said, Ten Hag will be the worst thing to leave or whatever from United. Do you know who's number last in Dutch league now?
Well, they've lost almost everyone.
Do you know who's number last?
They've sacked their manager as well.
Exactly. So the person who's saying Ten Hag is not a good signing is the person who's now number last because Ten Hag left.
Just because my team is last doesn't mean I cannot have an opinion.
No, but
exactly.
You can
No,
have
no,
an
he
opinion.
knows his
but
experience with his manager.
It's like me. It's like someone
a
from-
fan, he's
wait,
not a coach.
Wait, it's like Pep going to another team right now, and then Man City saying he's not a good manager.
No,
and
no,
then
no.
when he leaves,
you see,
Man City are
you
relegated.
see, when we talk about Pep, Let's not bring him in the same conversation
No,
as Erik Ten Hag.
I'm talking about
it's not
someone
like
who's
talking about Pep.
I'm talking about someone who's
It's not
running
like,
the league.
because everywhere Pep goes,
Wait.
he dominates
The
that
context
league.
here.
Nobody
listen,
wants him to
listen,
leave.
The context here
The
is
con-
one
you're
manager.
taking it out of context.
One manager is bossing this league. He does everything he wants. Champions League semi-final with a small team. He's everything Ajax has ever wanted for the last so many years.
Ajax has been that even
No,
before
they-
him.
Before
Even before him, they were that.
check
Go
where
check.
they
They
were before.
dominate the league.
don't,
They play
don't.
good football.
No, they hadn't won the league.
Please.
They hadn't won the league in 5 years before Ten Hag
I'm
came.
gonna check.
Please go check.
Bottom line is the problems.
Go
The
check
problems
the
that
first
you're
league
talking
they
about.
won,
The problems you're talking
3
about.
seasons
You
ago, 4
mentioned here
seasons
Aston
ago.
Villa, you Aston Newcastle, whatever.
Mhm.
It's like 10 games in.
10 games in.
10 games
In
in.
the
You know how
Prem,
many
that's-
points?
Wait,
that's
let
big.
me wait. 10 games in, we have how many different back four combinations now, including Ajana?
Ish.
It's like almost 9.
It's crazy.
We have more than 11, 12 players injured. The reason why we don't have an identity.
Here we go with injuries
The
again.
reason why we don't have an identity is because we have so many injuries.
Hmm.
The reason why teams have identity because it's the same first 11. The reason why Arsenal play the same way is because you have almost a similar first 11.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Liverpool. The reason why Liverpool play the same way. Eric.
Liverpool.
Liverpool. That's the thing. You need
Oh.
your
Babaki Mo
available
Salah.
players.
No, I don't think so.
You need
Babaki
your
Mo
That's the
Salah.
difference.
you
That's
need
the difference.
available players for a long period of time playing a certain way for you to develop an
No,
identity.
no, that's-
you can't
that's not
change,
true. That's not
you
true,
can't change
man.
your team every week. And
That's
have an
not true.
identity.
That's the thing. Man City do that. Brighton do that. Arsenal do that.
Man
We
City-
change our teams all the time.
No.
We have so many different plugs that we put in.
Last season when you finished second.
Last season we didn't have squad depth.
Wait, last season
we didn't have the squad
let
depth.
me finish. Last season when you finished second, you had pretty much the same first 11 for
Right,
almost
right.
75% of the time.
Right.
And that's how you had an identity.
And because we didn't
The
have
same
squad
thing
depth,
with
that's a
us,
completely
wait,
different context.
the
You
same thing
stop
with
trying to make it
us-
like
wait.
Arsenal versus United.
No.
You guys
I'm giving you
started off
context.
this campaign with Erik Ten Hag and the previous ones with 300 M spent, 250
you
million
keep saying
spent,
that-
400 million
USAD
spent now under Erik Ten Hag. It does.
It doesn't.
It makes a big
it doesn't
difference.
add any context.
But for us, completely different.
Yo,
Completely different.
Saddam.
You see, right now, Diogo Dalot is one of the starting players
Inter.
for Portugal, for example. He's your starting right back, right? You know who's still at our club? Someone who doesn't even get a sniff of the Portuguese
Cedric.
Cedric. He doesn't get a sniff. That's the difference. We were bottom of the barrel, so don't even try and compare.
No,
now,
listen, I'm
wait,
comparing
you're saying it's 10
consistency.
games in. Let's go back to the league. You're saying it's 10 games in. You have 5 wins, 5 losses. This season, you guys will finish with more than 10 losses. I guarantee a minimum of 12, but definitely 10.
No, I don't think we lose.
When you
another game.
consider, you
That's
still
it.
have to
we're
go
not losing
to-
another game. We're not
Huh?
losing another game.
Yeah,
That's
bro,
based
we're
on
playing,
what
we're
man-
playing,
No, we're not losing another game.
we're playing
You're not
Newcastle
even
on
playing
Tuesday, bro.
Liverpool, Anfield.
We're playing Newcastle
They don't
on
have, they don't have
Tuesday,
Tonali.
bro.
Listen, we're not losing another
You
game.
literally lost to Palace like 2 weeks ago.
No, but
At
that's
Old
the thing.
Trafford.
in the
Listen,
Premier League. Like,
you're looking behind. I'm looking ahead.
You know, Saddam, when you say
We're losing a game.
I'm even afraid. I don't
Let
know
me
if
ask
this
you-
guy is
let-
gonna get to
let
January.
me ask the two of you.
Yeah,
Let
I don't- I
me
think he's
ask
gonna
the
get
two of you.
sacked.
So how patient are you with this guy?
I said
I
I
would
don't know
give
if
him-
he's gonna get to January.
I would give him another 2 years.
Come on, be serious.
I would
man.
give him another 2 years because if Arsenal can finish 8th twice in a row,
but you're not Arsenal. You're a
You're
bigger
not
club
comparing.
than
You're
Arsenal.
not comparing yourself
Wait.
with Arsenal.
I'm-
Arsenal have not won the league.
That's
It's Man
the
City who are winning
problem,
the league.
Eric. That's the
let me
problem,
finish.
Eric.
Let me finish.
They're
I
actually
cannot
trying to
compare
catch up
myself.
with
Can I
us and not City.
Can I
That's
finish?
the
Look
issue.
at Man City.
Can I
It's
finish?
mad.
Can I finish? If a team like Arsenal can finish 8th
You
twice
don't deserve
Yeah.
water, bro.
and still have faith and then bottle the next season,
Only last
finish
bitch.
5th, I think
Usimpatie maji.
we're allowed to finish 6th or 7th. We can even, if Ten Hag finishes 10th this season,
Aye.
I'm giving another.
So
All right.
your
Another-
comparison
another-
is
another-
Arsenal.
40 million.
We've gone from injuries on one side, then injuries being discounted. Then we're like Arsenal, but now we're not really like Arsenal. And now we're not even going to fit. Let's not look back. Let's look
Let's
forward.
look forward. Yes, we're
Nice
not
one.
losing another
So,
game.
Yes, we can.
We
Yes,
play
we
next
can.
in the Prem.
I don't know.
Say yes, we can, bro. Mnaweza shinda ligi bado.
Yes, we can't.
Yes, we can. So you said you're still focusing on Champions League, huh?
Yo, so these guys lied to us.
Champions
Erik Ten
League
Hag
and,
won the league twice
Carabao.
only,
No.
and they had
Name
won the
said-
league in 2014.
No, I didn't say a lie. They said the last time they won the league.
2014 is 9 years ago.
No, 14. Then they went for like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years only.
He
That's
said
what
5
I'm saying.
years.
That's
That's
what
how
I'm
wewe
saying.
nini-
said
nini-
Nice
Yes.
one. On that
Kizungu.
note, we end this segment. Check us out in the next one where we're going to be discussing whether Liverpool are the real deal or they're just comfortable.
Teremuko.
I think Spurs is gonna finish above Liverpool, man.